Shots Fired Podcast, in association with Ashy Entertainment, brings to you the Sunday Night Rant with Simon Phoenix. Tap in. Yo, what's good with it? It's your boy, Simon Phoenix. Shots Fired Podcast, Sunday Night Rant. If you are new to the show, then this is a topic-driven show. How do you get your topics on the show? Easy. It's going to be an email. If not, you want to be more interactive, you can call us. Phone numbers on there as well. Look at Damon. He's getting Vanna White on, a.k.a. Vanna Black. If you don't know where that's from, you don't really listen to hip hop. So that's how you gonna get your topic on the show. Get it, got it, good. So I got Joker on the show.
Yeah, man.
I got T Crazy in the background.
Really not the motherfucking fake.
T Crazy to bring his better half.
Hey.
We gonna call her Miss K because I don't want you creepy niggas looking her up. You might get slapped
Right.
up or something.
And if you do, you know what's coming at you.
Not the judo chop.
Yeah, bro. A couple of 2024 we judo chopping niggas.
He can't do judo chopping, y'all. I'm done. Hey, why is this show getting progressively more hood? Hey, I used to have nice glasses. Now I'm drinking out of marathon cups like I'm pouring up. I am not. This is just what the beverage was in.
Hey, like they say, I use paper plates because I don't want to wash dishes. Okay. Hey. Hey.
Wait,
I
what's
done
that?
ate steak. I done ate
What's that
steak
right
and
there?
shrimp off a
What's
plate.
that right there? What's that right there?
What's that right there?
Yeah.
This, sir, is a great cognac distilled by a black gentleman named Dennis McKinley.
There we go.
Kind of close to my name. But it's very smooth. I'm sorry that, we gangster around here. We're in pre-production. We got the drinking and...
See how you said it? We got the drinking.
Right. It's a little left, but, on the better half of what we was drinking, we both feel like what, a 9?
I thought it was tasty. I definitely giving a 8.5, close to a 9, right up in there. I mean,
I'm giving it a 9.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was smooth, had a nice sweet beginning to it, and didn't have a rough end.
Yes,
so
that's
I was impressed.
No rough end at the. It was very.
I'm not a yak type of person.
Yeah, that's me. I'm not a yak person.
I'm a light liquor kind of guy.
Yeah, that's me. Give me the light skin.
Really?
Shit.
I ain't even gonna mess with you. I said I was gonna be kind on today's show. So
I love you though.
So, all of the conversation of today's show is wrapped around love and politics.
That should be a show.
And I'm glad we got a girl on the show so she could chime in and tell us we some male chauvinist pigs.
Tell us we wrong. You wrong.
Tell us we the devil. That's what we need, somebody to keep us in line.
Not the devil.
Yeah, not the devil. Not Lucifer. No.
I mean, you still might be wrong, though.
Y'all be killing me softly. Okay. So let's jump into it. First one says, is chivalry dead? Joker, we'll start with you.
Bro. I'm going to just keep it a buck. It was thrown in the air like a disc and shot down by the woke woman that's like, I don't need a man for nothing. And we as men took it as like, you guess what? All right. You want me to open the door? I ain't opening the door. But then, like the automotive industry took that away too, because if you look at a lot of new cars, there is no keyhole on the passenger side. So you have to unlock the car unless you got the keyless joint. But if you got a key and you don't have that, you have to go to the driver's side to unlock the door. So why do I have to go back around just to open your door? Girl, if you don't get your ass in the car.
Okay.
But on that, but they've taken that away because of all of that. Oh, I can do this, I can do that. Okay, if you can, then guess what? It's a lot of men that feel like, okay, if you can, then guess what? I'm not putting out no chairs. I'm not opening no doors. None of that, because guess what? You've told me I can do all that. I don't need you. All right. So chivalry has been thrown in the air and shot dead. Pow.
Bam.
Bang, bang.
Damn.
Okay. T Crazy, your thoughts?
I'm a gentleman. Okay, and I got my better half. And even if she wasn't here, she know, man. But I mean, of course.
Is this gonna turn into you kissing asshole show?
Nah, hell nah. Hell nah. Motherfucker.
I'm just asking.
I'm being honest. You feel me? I was raised as a gentleman. You know what I mean? So even before I met my wife, you feel me? I was with any woman. It can be an old, young. So of course, I would say for myself, I would get comfortable, and then I would see like, yeah, she's independent. She can do things on her own. But sometimes it just kick in. My instincts kick in. Like, okay, let me open up this door.
Yeah, your instincts. Of course, your instincts kick in to where you want to do those things. But when she presents herself into where she's aggressive to like, oh, what you doing that for? Guess what? I'm done doing it. That's just me. I mean, like, what I'm gonna keep doing it for, and you continually get mad because you feel as though, oh, I'm this, I'm that. I can do this on my own. All right, then go ahead and fix them bricks and kill that spider and paint that wall. You go for it. Go ahead. Because guess what? Because when you ask me at the end, I'm like, what happened to that independent spirit? Where'd that go?
Okay, here's my thoughts. I think, no, chivalry is not dead. Maybe on life support based on how many individuals are just naturally rude. That's more of why chivalry is probably dying. So I say this all the time as a reference point. Like, I work in a public place where I open the door frequently, and I can tell you how many times women have walked through the door without saying thank you. So you could imagine the average man on the street, if he opens the door and then you're rude and you do that, then that's going to make people stop doing it. Exactly what he said. So just getting the answer to your question. Life support is what I would call that.
Yeah, life support. Yeah, because I do hold doors. I open the doors, but then that is a hurting feeling when you hold the door and then a motherfucker walk in and just.
Definitely, if you went out your way, I can understand that.
Yeah,
I can understand that fully.
Or even if I do open the door, like, you can give me a thank you. It ain't got to be a full on like, oh, well, thank you so much for opening the door and holding it for me. No, you can just give me thank you.
Let's be clear. Men do not want you to kiss our ass for opening the door. It is a minuscule thing, but a proper thank you behind the door being held open for you is proper. It doesn't even matter if you're man or woman. It's just being polite. Act like your mama taught you something at the house.
Something.
That's all we asking.
Maybe she didn't.
And that's the problem.
Where that be that?
Oh, it's on there. Y'all just wasn't looking at the device. It's definitely on there.
Yeah, that's the problem right there. I mean, the simplest gesture can come with the simplest acknowledgement of that gesture. Like, so just a simple thank you goes a long way. Like,
definitely goes a long way. Simple thank you. Being polite in general goes a long way. Point blank, period.
Point blank, period.
Okay, I got something.
Uh-oh.
Well, I just want to know, are we doing chivalrous acts to receive things
No.
in response to them?
No, you're not. But the fact that the other party aren't playing their role at a high number is where it gets sticky, right?
You mean just because they don't say thank you?
Yeah. So, because here's the thing, right? That if you know the thank you is supposed to come with it, then it feels like the person's not addressing you as a human being. That's what it feels like. That if that prime example, right? You walking into a business, individuals coming out of the business. Individual stops, holds the door for you so you could come in. And you don't say a word. You go about whatever the hell you was doing. That comes off as like, I didn't exist, and the door just magically was open for your ass.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And so that's where the problem comes in, because it's compounded by how many times you have it happen, right?
You feel invisible.
Yeah.
To where it's like, wait a minute.
If you didn't compile that for how men view the situation, where we're saying, damn, bro, it's happening a lot. And I always say, once you start to hear a lot of motherfuckers complain about the same shit, then it's real.
It's a problem.
It's a problem. It just is what it is. And so there is just a large amount of people who are rude on that level. Men and women, but really women. Like men known to say something to another man based on, you might get checked instantaneously. Like, I'm holding the door and you don't say nothing.
Bruh.
Especially if it's like one of those situations where the other person feels culturally like you doing it. You know what I'm saying? then it could go left instantaneously. So men know to say, "Oh, thank you, bro. Thank you, sir."
Or pick up their pace, like if you holding the door and somebody,
the scuffle walk,
the little scuffle walk, and then you see it immediately. You like, "Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Oh, appreciate it." Then y'all exchange them presents. Oh, no problem, man. Okay, go ahead.
Men in general are normally going to be more polite based on the reaction of you not being polite could sit in the situation left.
Way left.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. You did, though, name a demographic, so I just want to know if it's the same for women. Is there a certain demographic of women you feel are less or more likely?
No, I think generally it's just women. I feel like I'm gonna be honest with you.
It's just women.
No, I really do think it's just women. Like I can't. I would be lying to you if I said, "Oh, I feel like it's black women," or "Oh, I feel like it's white women," or "I feel like it's Latin women." Nah, man. I work in a public place. It's just as many black women do that punk ass shit as white women do that punk ass shit, as old women do that punk ass shit.
Wow.
Like it cover every spectrum you want. And I will say that on the majority of the clip, right? Most people are going to say thank you. Right. Most people are polite. I will say that's still some West Michigan type shit. Yeah. I still get people that they act like they got manners.
The West Michigan nice.
But I do see a upclick in women being like, "I'm holding the door," and I know I'm holding the door. I'm a security guard. I got a whole gun. I was standing bumping. You trying to hit my gun?
And they trying to take it as that's your job.
Yeah, like no, my job is not to be the doorman.
No, my job is to make sure this facility is good.
I'm here to make sure that you don't try to rob me.
Me as a civilian. Like all I'm asking for is that thank you. I could have opened this door and walked out and let this mug slam in your face.
Definitely.
Or whatever, but I took the initiative and the kindness in me was like, well, let me hold this door. All I'm asking for is thank you. I'm not asking for you to hold no conversation. I'm not asking for you to give me anything.
So all I'm asking for something.
Is okay, but no, I'm not really asking. It's expected to a point. Like when someone does something nice for you, you would expect a thank you. A simple thank you. That's as simple as the gesture.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
She's asking for clarity.
For clarity, yes.
You like that?
There is an exchange.
Yeah, we sophisticated.
There is an exchange. Yes, there is an exchange. You have to, I won't say you have to, but there is an exchange. Of me doing something nice for you, all I'm asking for is that thank you. I'm not, like I said, I'm not asking you to put $1 in my hand like I'm the doorman. I'm not asking for you to pat me on the back and be like, oh, give me 5 minutes of your time. No, but a simple like, hey, thank you. Thank you.
No, I hear you.
And you go about your world, I go about mine. But you get a lot of people that be like, that just walk right by you like you invisible. Like you said, like the door just magically opened because of their presence. Like, oh, I'm just I'm that type of royal person where the door just opens. Like, no, man, like, come on now.
Okay, so let's go on to our next one. Hey man, I'm fat.
That's you.
I'm blaming you.
I picked myself up over here. I ain't touched nothing. That's
you gotta put it on these fast. That's
fast, boy.
You gotta put that's you. You did that. It's all your fault.
All right.
Now I gotta get my Walter Cronkite voice on. So, are relationships in a doom state based on finances? Men and women are arguing over the bread. Thoughts? So to back that up, what the original one was, women don't understand who make $150,000. And so
I need a little bit more context.
Okay. So the context is based on like where people get on the dating shows or dating situations, and they're talking about 6-figure individuals, and they were trying to make the connection of, when you're having that conversation, you don't understand how the money spends and what it would take to run a household. Where men can look at that bill and be like, okay, so for you to make that kind of bread, then based off taxes and broke down, like, I'm still probably gonna need some help based on what kind of life you asking for. Financially, it's undoable. And a lot of women be like, wait, it's not. And you be like, well, go ahead and look at who taking the jobs. If you're talking about corporate jobs that make that, it's only a small percentage of those jobs. Outside of that, the vast majority of individuals are not going to make $150K a year. So that in itself leaves you to be like, bro, you can't have a conversation with me about a Birkin bag if you don't understand what 40K is supposed to spend. That's ludicrous. That'd be a ludicrous conversation if you tell me Hey man, I don't have a house that's worth like $500,000, and you trying to tell me you
I
want
got a $4,000 bag.
but I got a $40,000 purse.
What?
The finances, men are just like, the finances too far out they understanding, where men are like, man, I'm trying to make it to 55K a year. I'm trying to make it to 60K a year. That means I'm doing better than average. The average is 45K a year.
Average. Below poverty is 23,000.
So, you know what I'm saying? For the people who making 40K a year, you telling me that you want a bag that costs what I make a year
Nah.
before taxes.
Nah, fam. Nah.
So that's where the argument of finances come in. I just say that there's a large populace of women who, until they run into the wall of what shit really costs, then it's easy to talk about somebody else spending the bag. Like when you have those bad conversations, that's just easy for them to have that conversation, because it's not really a real. They're not having a conversation with the person that has the amount of money.
Right, that's the whole point. You're not having that conversation with a dude that's got money to blow like that.
Yeah, you have a conversation with a
dude that's below that's almost that's barely with his nose above the poverty line. Who are you to ask me for a bag that costs more than what I make a year, or even that, or even more than I make a month? Come on, let's be real.
And that was it's the expectation part behind it.
Oh, that's that, man. It's the delusional shit. It's the delusional shit that goes on, man. Oh my God, man. You can't give me.
And I got one more bogus one. One more bogus question after that. T Crazy, thoughts, ideas? Because I love to hear yours, because you're somebody in a working relationship. So,
always.
So I love to hear your
thoughts. And it's the first for everything. You know what I mean? And I ain't gonna lie, it's going not phenomenal, but phenomenal for real. Like I say that on my chest, it's going phenomenal. But also, I have a partner who is understanding and also is listening. And what I mean by that is, like, we can have these conversations where she's not chasing a bag.
Right.
And I mean by like a Birkin bag. That's not even in the conversation, you know what I mean?
Right.
She can care
She's
less
not putting unrealistic expectations.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about a house, you know what I mean? Ownership and ownership. So with those conversations, then we can later on, we know those conversations is going to happen when it comes to Birkin bags and foreign cars and clothes. If we
already have a foreign car.
Well, we do have, but talk your shit.
It's domesticated.
She said that's so gangster. We already have a foreign car.
Nah, facts. Stop playing.
We already riding around in butter leather seats. Doesn't matter what year the car was born. Them seats are soft as hell, son.
But it's genuine. Like, the conversation is genuine. Like, it's not forced. And then we had these conversations even before we had children. You know what I mean? So now that we have children, now we have a plan B, C, and D. You know,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Backup plan. So
no, it sounds like people who got sense.
Correct.
That's what that question is set up for, people without sense. That's what it is.
Common sense is free.
Asking for something that you can't afford yourself.
Well, that's the reason why they're asking for it. Like, the truth of the matter is, it was put out there as a way to see how many simps and suckers was gonna bite that conversation and say, "Oh, I'll do it. I got it." Da, 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 da. Because a smart person would say, "Hey, bro, if you would have to have several millions of dollars in the bank for you to feel like a 40,000 purse was a fine idea to do."
Right.
correct.
And anything outside of that just makes you sound ludicrous. It makes you sound like a moron.
And then at 40,000, it better be an antique to where it gains value. It gains value or something like that.
No one knows, sir. Anything you gonna add to that is a no.
Yeah, well, okay. If you got money to blow like that, and you can do that, then
That's
sure.
where we say several millions, because
several
if not,
million to where, like, it's just a pinch, like you don't even feel the bite of that. But
Yeah.
as a real person in the real world, man,
no.
you cannot be thinking like,
No.
ladies, please.
So I got one
Like,
more. I got one more relationship conversation before I get to have my small political conversation. It's gonna be small though. It's gonna be tiny. I swear to God, it's gonna be tiny.
It can't be that tiny.
Yes, it is. You might take it too far. You love to rant. That's why it's called the Sunday Night Rant. Okay, so the last one is this. In dating, are there some dates that, as they say, imply touching naughty bits? Examples are as the following: hot tubs, drive-ins, prom, overnight vacays.
This fool said prom.
Not prom.
Right off gate, bro. I'm taking this one.
No.
Off gate.
Gay,
No.
he ain't wasting no time.
If we go out of town, I don't care if you in the same state. If we in a different city and we staying overnight, draws is implied.
Okay.
Draws, unless it's a situation to where I understand the situation where I may not get no draws. Since we on some friendship, we on some buddy, but if this is a date, we trying to.
If you buddy, they in another room.
We trying to get into something. We trying to make it function. We trying to see where this go. If I
Make
go
it
out,
function.
draws.
Draws.
T crazy thought.
Draws. Nigga.
Draw.
You hear it?
T crazy thoughts.
Draws. Nigga.
Okay.
And like like he said, unless
we say
it's
the
an
peanut
understanding.
gallery, it confirms it.
Yeah,
draws.
unless it's an understanding to where we have that understanding, we had that conversation, then yes. But if it's a date and we out of state or we out of town in general and we staying overnight,
draw.
Yeah, it's room implied. It's a room.
draws.
It's
Capital
draws?
D.
Okay.
No Diddy.
So draws is the word of the day.
Draws.
Draws.
Okay, so we got one lady in the room, ma'am.
No draws, bro.
No draws.
Oh.
No, okay, so my problem, okay, I gotta go back because you said prom.
Prom is an
No,
prom
no.
is an age joke though.
So, okay, and I get that, but my problem with that is that you preface this with being grown.
Yeah, that's why it's an age joke. It's just a joke on it where if
It's just
if
certain things like, okay, like
you hear that doesn't mean
I
it's
could have got some
real.
draws. I could have got some draws on prom date, but I didn't get a hotel room.
Like a lot of
Had I
people,
had the room, she told me that. She said, had you had a room,
We got some draws.
I'd have got some draws.
like a lot of people connect like virginity to
Well,
prom,
yeah. They do.
coming of age to prom, your sweetheart to prom, all of those things. And normally, it used to be for a long time, prom was the time you was gonna get you some.
Yeah.
Especially if you got the room, you got to borrow Uncle Leroy Cadillac. It was going down. But it was said in jest. It wasn't said like, no, that's what it's got to be.
Right, it wasn't really set in stone, but
yeah.
like it was like.
But it was one of them.
implied.
But it was one of them where
Yeah.
most people was that was
We
their
gonna pull up to the
plan.
park in the dark,
It
and
was
there's
somebody
something
playing.
gonna go on in
But
the
the
back
rest of
seat.
them, like when you become an adult, like throw prom out, like take the joke
No,
of
I
prom
can
out.
understand that.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna address that. I was just saying, you ain't gotta give it up on
Now,
prom.
like not no first dates, but if we go out of this, man.
But normally
going
people,
out of the
who
city,
is going
bro?
on the first date to be
Yeah.
like, I took you out of town?
I took you out of town.
Well,
And even if that was the first date, I still feel like if you agree to that, you know what's going down. Look, here's my argument for that, right? My argument for it is this. If you take an out-of-town date, then, and there's a bed, and you have to sleep in it with the opposite sex,
Draws.
the assumption is they're going to touch you. And the touching is
No
going to be
matter what you
inappropriate.
say.
Well,
even as a man, you can be like, you know what? No, I don't really want to. As soon as she wrap her hands around it and put her hands
Because
down your drawers,
the flip is,
Draws.
it's just as many girls who are going to be the aggressor in that situation. Like we be playing with ourselves if you say, oh, well, that's just because men is nasty. I know a lot of women who gonna be like, wait.
We
You
out of
took
town,
me.
you ain't gonna get none. You ain't gonna try to
took
get
me up
none.
to the cottage spot. It was beautiful. You had a hot tub, and then you ain't make no move on me.
I would definitely assume we're friends.
You didn't make no
That's
move.
it.
You didn't try to at least get it. Just get a
feel
nip.
a boob.
Yeah, you didn't try to get a nip.
Nothing. You ain't
This-
nothing.
nothing?
Okay, that's on you, brother. But as a
I'm here to tell
man,
you.
if I take you out and we doing something, we out of state, we out of city, and we staying the night. Oh, I'm touching naughty bits. I'm touching naughty bits. I'm
And
not
then we having
forcefully
secret
touching them.
conversations
I'm not
in the
hopefully-
corner.
I'm not forcefully. No, we not taking nothing. But what I'm saying is implied that I'm supposed to be touching some stuff. At least show me something. At least show me something. God damn, like a strip show or something to.
Damn,
where
you trying to get it? You trying to get it to hit you with the sexy red?
No, wait a minute. Where's she from, bro? I see who you like. I see what type of bitches you like.
Definitely not. Don't do that. Don't put her on my team. I can help
She
myself.
on your radar. She may not be on the team, but she on the
Hey,
radar.
sometimes you gotta throw pop culture shit out there. Let them know what
Bang.
time period
I
you
see
in.
it. Shots fired. Bang.
Yeah, his finger goes
Let's see
back
what type
and
of
forth.
Oh,
chicks Simon
man.
Phoenix like.
So
But no draws.
okay.
Dates do not imply draws.
Dates do not imply draws.
They never should.
Even overnight dates.
Even overnight dates.
Damn, I knew you was gonna hold it down from womanhood.
Man, that's gang.
That
Draws, nigga.
Draw.
Fuck
That
you
hurts.
talking about, nigga? Draws.
That's not a
Or-
personal.
I'm
like
just
you
saying,
said,
like, it's just certain dates. It's just certain dates that just
Just
imply
saying.
draws.
Yeah.
So,
So,
hey.
like you said, or it implies we're just friends. Okay, well,
Or it
obviously,
implies we just friends.
Yeah.
I just feel like before you do that, you need to establish what you are with said person.
If you tell the person I'm trying to fill on your booty, then you established it.
I've established that. Of
Facts.
course.
What
Did
the
they
fuck?
respond?
In anybody's
I-
riz and
I'm
anybody's
just
game,
saying, like,
you gonna be talking
Obviously,
about
if you get
touching-
flown out, if you're going out
Yeah.
of stay out of town, what
if
the?
you're going out of town, we feel like that was the response.
Yeah, what?
Bruh.
If someone tells you I'm trying to fill on your booty, and they told you that more than one time, and then they say, "Hey, you know what? Future gonna be in motherfucking Chicago." Yo, who could take it? Who the hell's taking a bitch to Flint?
Pound time.
Hey, Pound Town. That's where we going. We're going to
People
Pound
get us
Town.
canceled hating on Flint. So you say, oh,
You
it's,
ain't
it's in the Windy City. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a room because I ain't trying to drive back. Let's make it. And she jump in the car with you, jump on the plane with you, jump on the boat with you. For those who live in the Great Lakes State, yes, you could take a boat from Michigan. You get to the other side. Anyway, she jump on any other of those ways. That is implied.
That
You're gonna
boat
let me
ride
touch
is
on your
implied.
booty. That is what that is implied. Now, if she tell you one of her top 5 reasons, which I'm not gonna go into, but y'all know as men, she tell you some shit and you say, okay, I accept that. That's cool. But the truth of the matter is, she didn't want fucking with you. It happens. Sorry, players.
Sorry.
Happens to the best of us.
Facts.
Y'all ain't by yourself. Because I'm here to tell you, it's happened to the God a couple times in his life. I have been bamboozled trying to get them cakes.
Trying to get some
No
draws.
slices for me. No draws.
No draws.
No draws.
No draws.
All right. So this has been Shots Fired Podcast, Sunday Night Rant. Appreciate Joker, T Crazy coming through.
Oh yeah.
And the lovely Lady K. Appreciate you keeping an eye on your better half and making sure you act right.
Oh, we enjoy when the chicks
talk
come
about
through.
some shit.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, when
I've been your boy Simon Phoenix. I holla at you later. I'm gone.